Shout out to A1 Dunn on the beat. And my special guest this time,
the little man.
I'd like to welcome y'all to the LK Sport Podcast. On this episode, me and Gmoney, it's basketball time, NBA playoffs. We're going to keep the intro short and simple, but I got a very short, simple, bright start with me today. On daddy duty, but nothing don't stop this show. This is my youngest son, Jax Davis. He's fascinated by the lights right now. I'd like to welcome him to the show as well.
Welcome, little man.
Welcome. What's up, G?
What's up? Here we go.
Let's jump right into it. We're recording this on Thursday, May 11th. Last night, Golden State wins, made the series 3-2. And we also had your Knickerbockers win a game 5 and make it 3-2. Let's talk about the Knickerbockers.
Yeah, I mean they played okay last night. They played good enough to win. It's still a lot of things they didn't like, a lot of things they didn't like in that game, especially the start. But I mean, it's all you can really ask for. If they can somehow go back down to South Beach and steal a game there, they'd have Game 7 in the Garden. So I guess it's unlikely. But we can, we can hope. I mean, they better give those boys like a curfew or something like that when they get down to South Beach. Like no going out, no nothing. I know that's like that. That South Beach flu. Those players be getting like the Vegas flu and stuff like that. Like they, just don't let those boys go out.
I like your Knickerbockers per usual. I told you I like them to win the series before it started. I mean, it's still a tough task with Jimmy Butler and Bam plays well, and you got all these undrafted guys that play well under Spoelstra. They all bought in. You got Duncan getting more minutes now. You got Lowry pushing back the hands of town a little bit, playing 25, 30 minutes a game. As I'm looking at their stat sheet, I mean, you still got 42 minutes out of Butler, 38 minutes out of Bam. Maybe that'll help you in the next game. Maybe they'll be a little tired. Maybe they get lackadaisical, but it's going to be your hardest game ever of the season. I understand winning at home was a good one, but going on the road, Game 6, I think the pressure is on Miami a little bit to win it at home. Don't want to go back to Madison Square Garden for Game 7. You're going to have the exact same performance from Jalen Brunson to win because you never know what you're going to get from those other guys. I mean, I think Randall had maybe his best game. He had 24, 5 and 5. You got Barrett had 26. He was 47%. He ate 3 for 8 from Trey, and Julius shot 4 from 7 for Trey. It's gonna be hard to get that again. I don't know how.
That's what Julius should be doing. But like I said, he's been the problem. RJ's actually been pretty since I trashed him those first 2 games against Cleveland. He's kind of like. He's essentially been played pretty well since then. And then, I'd have to check too. I haven't gotten any update on, quickly.
That's another thing that can help you all out.
He didn't play again, so he hadn't been playing great, but he's still our depth. Josh Hart barely played.
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm looking at the line right. He only played 9 minutes.
He got in foul trouble and just did it. He wasn't playing. He wasn't playing well. And then the way some of those other guys were out there, they just rolled. I mean, Brunson and Grimes played the entire game.
Yeah,
they played all 48 minutes.
I mean, you're going to have that here on out. Maybe it hurts them. Like I said, when it comes to this playoff playing extra basketball, their body's not used to it. They start wearing down. Even though they're young players, I think Grimes can handle it being this is second year.
Yeah, it's his second year now.
And Jalen Brunson, 6, 7 years. He's still under 30, so he can still get it done. It's all about Randall, man. If Randall comes out and have a great game in Miami, y'all can pull it off. And, if you get quickly to score, hard to score, it's going to be tough, man.
Beating this group of Miami guys 3 games in a row like that is not going to be the way nothing's easy against them, the way they play defense, the way they muck it up and try to make the game ugly and things like that. And obviously Spoelstra is, arguably the best coach in the game. Like right. It's going to be a tough thing to do. I mean, they are, Miami's not your normal 8 seed, I would say. They're not, they're not, but all you can do is, go out there if they can get the game though, who knows? In the games, anything can happen in a Game 7, right. But you got to get Game 6 first. So, but I don't know. I don't know if we're ready to move on. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't talked about the Monday games, right? Monday games.
Monday and Tuesday game, yeah. We had the Lakers go up 3-1, and then on the Tuesday, and we had Philly.
Yeah, that was the big. I mean, that's the big one, right? The Philly going into Boston and winning Game 5.
Yeah, we can get that a quick talk before we move on to. Matter of fact, let's talk about the Lakers. We're gonna go Laker. Then we're gonna go to Philly, Boston because they play tonight.
Cool.
All right, so Game 4, Lakers win it 3-1. Great game, all around game. Can't complain. AD played great defense at the end on Stephen Curry.
Yeah, it was amazing.
It was amazing. Game 5, back at Chase Center. You could tell the guys, they was like into it but wasn't into it. We got the AD concussion. It's the biggest thing, possible concussion.
Sounds like he's gonna play. So I mean, but
so it's a big Game 6 to on Friday night. But I mean, what Golden State did and Andrew Wiggins' performance getting 25 plus points is what it's going to take. I mean, let's keep it G. LeBron was guarding him majority of the game. He got kind of lackadaisical. I think I see it, and I heard a lot of other sports guys say it. LeBron looks tired a little bit. He seemed like he slows down a little bit. It's all like I said, but I think he'll be energized for that Game 6 at home Friday night. But who knows, man? Clay due for another one.
yeah, he's still doing it. I mean, they got 20 from Draymond. You get 20 from Draymond. I know that's not going to happen every day, but yeah, I mean, it's like that would be the thing if I was like a Lakers fan. I mean, obviously, like I keep saying, I'm never going to bury the Warriors until they're beat. But like the fact that Clay has basically done nothing, and now it's 3-2. Game 7 would be in Golden State. Like it would scare me a little bit because you could see Clay going for like 80 points in the next 2 games or something like that. Like he's certainly capable of doing that, and obviously we know Curry is. And if because Wiggins will always have that, he'll always give it on the defensive end. But now if he can start, he hasn't been his normal offensive selves of recently. But now if he's found something, especially because they're not getting anything, they're still not really getting much from Jordan Poole.
My boy, LA Fitness. That's what I call Jordan Poole. That man play like he had LA Fitness every time he get on the court. But the thing with Jordan Poole, which hurts them, and I think Curry has finally realized it, if he doesn't score, he can't play. He don't defend. He does his IQ. He's very clumsy with the ball. He turns over the ball. I mean, you can't play him. I mean,
they are a turnover. That team has always been. It's like what they do, but like they said, they used to be able. It didn't matter because they were just so much better than everybody. They didn't matter if they played sloppy, and now it hurts them a little bit because they don't have. They can't. That their gap between them and the other teams is not the same anymore.
Yeah, so and like Clay only had 10 points last game, and that's what scares me, that he can go into LA on Friday night and just wake up a bucket. He might just feel himself for a 40-pointer, and then that's scary going back to Chase for Game 7 on a Sunday after. Yeah. It's gonna be on a Monday night, I think, because I think they get the 2-day break. But guys, but yeah, okay, yes, sir. But I think the Lakers will get it done. If Anthony's finished, I think LeBron understand going back to Chase Center is not on the menu. You do not want to go back to what we were saying. If Knickerbockers get it done in Miami somehow, some way, and going back to Madison Square Garden, Jimmy Butler sprained ankle. You already heard his ankle is twisted again, come down wrong. Any team you won, this is so crucial when it's a 3-game series. You are elbow to the eye, twisted ankle, pull hammy, anything right now, double tech, anything from losing the series now. So it's very crucial that you guys are healthy, they taking care of themselves, and it's just one of those things. Every year something happens to a star. It happens every single year. We've been blessed not to really have it this year. We've been having some ups and downs. We had Kawhi, but if you consider that one the star, and the Paul George, but when it gets late, we always get someone it's something to happen. So hopefully this series stay healthy these next game, and we can get some good ones going on. And with the Knickerbockers, they can pull it out. We'll see. But like I said, I love you, but it's going to be hard to go down to South Beach, and I think it's going to be hard.
I don't disagree. And same thing like I said with the Lakers too. Like you don't want to, and you want to finish it too because with the LeBron's age and AD's injury thing, you want to get them some rest and play as little games as you have to play so you can get ready for that. Because they are going to. no matter who they play, if they Lakers pull out this series, no matter who they play in the next round, they're going to have to play some defense.
Denver's going to go for it. Phoenix going to go for it.
Those are the two teams that will just, they will come at you.
So since we're going to segue to Denver, we'll get to the Philly and Boston because I think it's the most interesting series right now. But Denver-Boston, Denver wins Game 5. Game 5 at home.
Boston-Philly.
So we on Boston-Philly.
You said Boston-Denver, so
Denver-Phoenix.
Denver, okay.
My bad. Sorry. So Denver wins Game 5 against Phoenix, makes it 3-2. Just another great performance by Denver, man. At home, Michael Porter came out hot, shot the ball very, very well. Bruce Brown played well. We both, if you listen to the last spot, we both said that was going to happen. Your role players play better at home, and that's exactly what they did. Jokic did Jokic's thing, triple-double, if I'm not mistaken. One thing, if you're a Denver fan, that you can kind of stick your head on, Jamal Murray didn't have a great game. And you still pull this one out. So that's a bright star. Who knows? Have you had word about if Chris Paul is going tonight?
I have not seen any confirmation. He was doubtful last time we took it. And Jokic, Jokic only went for 29, 13, and 12. That's all he went for, right? And then also that Booker finally, he had 28, but he kind of came back to, he didn't shoot 80% from the field. They're just doing things. These teams are just doing things that I saw that that was the greatest shooting performance by a guard with that many perimeter shots over a 2-game stretch ever Booker had. And then Jokic was the first player, and when it's the first time things happen, that's a big deal. First guy ever to average 40 and 10 over a 3-game stretch in the playoffs.
He's amazing.
Yeah, 40, 10, and 10. So
guys club knows him. I don't know if
he hasn't even really needed so far full playoff Jamal and they're still it would help to get that, of course, but then they'll probably need it whoever they play if they're able to get through. But
you know what's crazy? Sorry to interrupt. I'm looking at Nikola Jokic. He's 28 years old.
Is he that old now? I thought he was a little bit younger than that still. But
yeah, he's 28. He's been in the league 7 years. And the way he plays the game, he can play another, 7, 8 years until he's 35 or so.
At least.
And that's crazy that he can really do this for another 7, 8 years. I know this is a little immature. If he does this, say, prime-wise, another 3 years, 4 years, so he's 31, 32, and then he started the real decline, and he's just passing and stuff.
But his skill set, like I said, he's the way he is. He doesn't necessarily rely on athleticism the way he plays. So he could probably play. He could probably pull LeBron and play till he's in his late 30s.
I think he's a family man. I don't think he'll play that long. I think he'll want to go back and help his country in Serbia, and I'm pretty sure he does that already with all the money he makes.
Yeah,
but
probably.
But I don't think he'll want to play that long in America, and unless he got I know he just would have had a daughter out this scene. He had a son or something.
He had a kid.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know he had a kid. So, but I'm just looking at Jokic. He's just amazing. And then to be 28 and he can do this another prime-ish 4 or 5 years. That's.
Shaq called him the best center and best big man in the game a couple nights ago. I think Embiid would have something to say about that. But
Embiid's health is the worst thing to happen to him right now, and that's the worst thing to. We can say Embiid and better than him, but end of the day, Jokic is out there every night in, night out, and he's playing.
Yeah, he's the better. Jokic is the better all around offensive player, but Embiid brings it on the defensive side too. Which Jokic doesn't. He tries, but he's not the defender that Embiid is. Embiid impacts the game on the defensive. Really impacts the game on the defensive side.
So let's have this sake of the argument. Next 5 years, which one you'd rather have, Jokic or Embiid? Jokic, yeah, me too.
The health and that's why. That's really the only reason why. Embiid's a little bit older, right? I think he's a little bit older, but yeah, I would add the all around game. I would take Jokic. Maybe he wants to play for the Knicks next year. Maybe, I don't know, but
man, you need them goddamn.
No, we got Giannis. Giannis is coming.
We still sticking on
Giannis is coming.
All right, let's stick on the Phoenix side right quick. Then gave them no shine. Like you said, Booker didn't have his outstanding efficiency, but he still put you 28, 6, and 4 in there. Durant still gave you 26, 11, and 7. if you have a bright spot there, I guess you could go at 8 and gave you 14 and 9. He had like he knew where the basket was this game. T.J. Warren had a little time in there. I feel like it was bright, but I think Money got to give it a thought. Starting Jock Landale. I mean, he gives you much energy when he comes in the game. He switches the game. He hustles. He gets loose balls. If you watching these games, when Jock Landale come in, it gives the Suns a boost. And I think Money have to sit down and look at it like, hey, maybe, just maybe.
Yeah, I mean, again, they're going home now, so they'll probably, like we said, like we both said we thought we thought Denver would win Game 5, and then we both thought then Phoenix would win Game 6, and then Denver would win Game 7. So I'm rooting for the Nuggets. I picked Phoenix to win the series, I believe.
Yeah.
But I'm still rooting. I'm rooting for the Nuggets. So hopefully they finish it off tonight. But Game 7s. But you never know.
If you're a betting man, in any stats that Devin Booker got, I would take the over because Devin Booker gonna shoot the ball 30 times tonight. He gonna pass it. He gonna distribute. He gonna defend. He gonna shoot it. He gonna everything. I can guarantee. If you're a betting man, I know this will be out after the fact, but I'm putting it on wax. Any over Booker points, Booker assist, overall fantasy score of my prize pick play people, I would take it because I'm telling you, Booker and Durant going to do everything they can not to lose tonight, and I'll take it.
I think tonight might be kind of – it could be because if you're Denver too, I think you're going to put in – you have you can fall back, but like – do you want to go? I mean, I don't want to go to a 7th game against Durant and Booker either. You know what I mean? Where those guys could go, they go for 50 each or something stupid like that.
Right.
But try to finish that tonight. But I expect it to go 7, and still expect Denver to take it home, and then move on to the Western Conference Finals.
Right on.
And play the Warriors.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
Just kidding.
You threw me off with that one. I ain't gonna lie to you. But let's move to I think it's one of the most interesting series right now. It's that Philly-Boston. Mm-hmm. Philly went into Boston in Game 5 and got them one.
Heard it here first.
Embiid played awesome. Harden played awesome. When both of those guys is playing great, they're hard to beat.
Yeah, Harden did what he needed to do. Yeah, Harden did 10 assists and didn't have to score a ton. But like, if he's as long as he's like semi-efficient and distributing the ball, like that's what they need from him. They had 16 from Harris and 30 from Maxey. I mean, and then I guess when you get 30 from Maxey, Harden doesn't need to score more than 17 and dish out like 10 assists and give you 8 rebounds too. Daniel House Jr. played some big minutes in this game.
Oh yeah, he got double-digit points.
Yeah, he scored 10 points in 15 minutes and played some. He was a little firecracker. Like, gave him a little energy for the little bit of time he was out there, and really, it was impressive. Boston needs to.
Tatum got to shoot better. Yeah. As I'm looking at this,
he started off really slow in this game. I don't know if you saw the whole game. He was he had 2 points at halftime or something like that, and then but by the time he got it, going, they were down 20. They were down 20 by the time he started. So even that 36 was kind of almost, you could argue, in garbage time. But yeah, he's got to play better. I mean, and Jaylen Brown, I didn't think was aggressive enough. Still got you 24. But they
put Tucker on Jaylen Brown majority of the game, and they really threw him off. I mean, you got Tucker bodying you up every game, pushing you, talking mad shit to you. And I mean, he's a dog. I mean, if you look at his reputation, that probably affects you a little bit. And Jaylen Brown's still a fairly young guy, but he's been here before. You've been to an Eastern NBA Finals last year,
yeah.
And then the year before that, you had a great year, and then the IT year that y'all ran pretty good. I mean, the Kyrie he sat out, and they had Rozier and all those young guys. They had a little run. So
I think they got to the Eastern Conference Finals one year. Yeah. Then they were the bubble year. The bubble year they lost in the first round. That wasn't very good.
So
and they did it last year too. The other thing too is that it's a different situation because last year they were playing the Bucks without Middleton, and the Bucks were banged up. But they were 2-2 last year against the Bucks. In this same round, they lost Game 5 at home, went to Milwaukee, won Game 6, and then came home and won Game 7 in Boston. So they've done it before, but again, this is a healthy Philly team, not a banged up Bucks team. So,
as I'm looking at it some more,
they have the talent to do it.
Yeah, but I think Tatum got to come out hotter. As I'm looking at the stats, like you said, he had like 2 points in the first quarter. He shot 0 for 6. It's going to be hard to come back against those guys. The other team is scoring. And then another big thing is Al Horford, 0 for 7.
All threes. Like, how is he he's become a spot up three. That's like all he does. He still brings it on the defensive side and things like that, but offensively, he's essentially became like a spot up three guy, which is just so, I mean, I know he shoots well from three, but yeah, he can't go 0 for 7.
If you've seen that thing, the guy, he was like, I'm a true shooter or something, a 3-point, something. I can't remember the scene. And the reporter laughed. He was like, oh, you don't think I'm a great shooter or a true 3-point shooter or something, he said. And ever since then, that shit went pew.
I mean,
ever since he said they come in and shit from the 3-point line.
I mean, I don't know if I actually forgot to bring. I don't think I actually ever brought those up. You know what? Another reason why Boston's in trouble. Another reason why. One of the hidden reasons why I didn't think they could win the championship this year.
What's that?
Is because Blake Griffin's on the team.
Oh man,
I think Blake Griffin's a little bit of like a, not that there's anything wrong with Blake. I mean, he doesn't play, but I think he's a little bit of like a little bit of a mush. And I just probably pulled the reverse mush on Blake Griffin there. So Celtic fans, you're welcome.
Yeah, I think it's going to be hard for them to win Game 6 against Philly at home. They did it in Game 3, true enough. But I think Philly is very confident right now.
I mean, if I am Joel Embiid, I'm dropping like 50 on tonight. I'm doing whatever I need to do to make sure. And
I stay home.
I'm talking to Harden. I'm getting in his face before the game, and I'm like, we are not going back to Boston. We are finishing this tonight. Whatever we have to do, we're finishing this tonight. And I mean, they can do it. I mean, Boston. Boston's the better team, quote unquote. They're the better team on paper. But Philly's a good squad. I mean, I think PJ Tucker is still just another really underrated guy. He's just like, seems like where he's that new guy that kind of like bounces around a little bit, and wherever he goes, they kind of take that next step a little bit. So he was on the Milwaukee team when they won it. It's just kind of what he does.
I mean, as I look at this again, like I said, I'm keep going through it. Tobias 16 and 11, Maxey 30, Harden 17, 10 and 8. Daniel House came off the bench and gave you 10. Milton didn't give you nothing before
33 seconds.
Yeah. I mean, in the game they got from Tatum, 36, you got 24, that's 60 from your two main guys. I mean, it's going to be.
Yeah, Brogdon didn't give him much. Smart was okay. They just need to.
They're going to have a great game tonight. And I don't know. I'm putting it on wax. I'm taking Philly tonight. They're going to go out. Like you said, B going to try to give you an MVP performance. They're going to shoot him up. I think Harden sat back last night. I don't think he went to the club. I think he know how serious this shit is. Like you said, PJ Tucker and them guys feel like, this is the night. We got to do it. We get to show the world. And if you win tonight, you get to sit down. Hey, we get to rest that knee, big fella. We get to rest the knee. Mother's Day weekend, we can sit back, relax, go see our kids, mothers, and our wives or anything. This is what I'd be saying. Listen, if I was Coach Doc, I was like, hey, let's do it. Let's go enjoy our weekend.
They for plenty, for all those reasons too, like we said, they should be, and plus, like, they got a lot of these guys in this team have like some reputation. Like Embiid's never been out of the second round.
Right.
Playoff Harden is always like a thing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Even Doc Rivers, since he won in Boston, is he couldn't get the Clippers over the hump,
True.
and like so it's like they got some reasons to try to get here, and like I said, these are my two least favorite sports cities, so it would not that it's necessarily a bad. It would be quite hilarious if somehow Philly lost in the championship again.
But Boston already going through it with the Bruins losing. They going through it. They going through their own thing. So,
it's a damn shame. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to hear. But
but
Phillies lose the World Series. Eagles lose the Super Bowl. Sixers lose in the NBA Finals. The Philadelphia Union lose in the MLS Cup or Championship, whatever they call it in soccer.
MLS.
But
as I'm but I don't know, man. I don't know, but I got in the other game. I don't know if you said it already. I think Phoenix get it done as well. I think they shoot enough. And
Yeah, I think
they'll get it done.
I think the game 7 is a foregone conclusion there. So
let's like I said, Durant or
I'm going to try to stay up. I'm going to try and stay and watch up that whole one tonight. I'm going to try. It's hard getting up early.
I mean, tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah,
so
I know that.
We can try to pull it off.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try.
I'm going to pull it off.
I probably will.
I'm going to pull it off.
I probably will.
We can text. I'll try to keep you up.
I almost got through last night, but actually last night it started to I was like, all right, I'm going to bed.
I didn't think that the Lakers were going to win it, so I faded on it. I was like, yeah, this is not going to go the way I think it's going to go. So let me just go and get me a little rest for work. But before we get out of here, it's a very short episode today. We're just going to touch up on the NBA playoffs. I'm going to give you some stats of the playoff leaders. You got Curry leading the playoffs right now with 364. The most offensive rebounds. Can you guess? Let's have a little fun. Let me play your favorite theme music for this
Time
game.
to play.
Time to play the game.
Mitchell Robinson.
Are you being fucking funny?
No, he's had a ton of offensive rebounds. You said offensive rebounds, right? He's had a ton of them. Especially in the Cleveland series. He had a ton of them. I bet you he's in the top 5. I bet you he's in the top 5.
No, Kevin Looney.
Kevin Looney?
Yeah, the most offensive.
Oh, that's right. He's been getting like 20 rebounds a game. But I bet you. Can you see who's below him?
No, don't be trying to look.
I can't. I'm just saying I can't see the screen anyways.
Mitchell Robinson number 2.
Damn, I told you. See, acting like I'm crazy. Acting like I'm crazy. He's number 2.
All right, who got the? This is the easy one. Who got the most blocks this playoff? This is easy.
Embiid.
No.
Oh, he's been hurt.
Anthony Davis.
Oh, Anthony Davis. Well, Embiid's had a ton too. So
See, Embiid has 20. Anthony Davis have. Give it a wild guess.
how many games?
It's pretty far. It's not too far, but it's kind of
32.
37.
Embiid missed a game,
Let's see.
and they swept too. They played less. He's played less games though. Embiid too. So
It makes a lot of sense. Who has the most steals in the playoffs?
and again, these are all totals, right? These are
Yes.
not like per game.
No total.
The most steals.
It's a tie between 2 players, so you get 2 tries.
PJ Tucker.
Nope.
Trying to think of who this is. Jalen Brown.
Nope. I'll give you one more trick guess. Neither one of those teams.
So it's not Maxey then.
Nope. Steals.
Steals.
I think you're going to get one right here. I have faith in you.
Jimmy Butler.
No, sir.
Damn.
Devin Booker and Draymond Green.
All right. Draymond. Okay, nice. I'm
Let's
not doing very good at this game today.
Who has the? That's pretty easy. Anything with 3-point, you gonna say Stephen Curry. Who has the most free throws right now?
Anthony Davis.
Kevin Durant.
Oh yeah, that's another. Yeah, that makes sense too.
Who had the most free throw attempts?
Anthony Davis. Kevin Durant.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy
He's
Butler?
been living at the line in y'all series. I don't know why y'all keep fouling his ass. But
We
he do that little pump fake shit.
don't. He's just getting the calls. We
think
don't
so?
foul. He's just getting the calls.
Here we go.
He's just getting the calls.
Who has the most turnovers in the playoffs right now? He handles the ball a ton
Yeah,
for his team.
it's got to be a guy that handles the ball a ton.
It's not Jokic, so I know you're finna say that one.
No, I didn't think it would be him because I don't think he's a big turnover. Is it Booker?
Stephen Curry.
Oh yeah,
We just talked about him being turnover.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah. Let's see what else pretty cool here. Usage rate is Trae Young, so that doesn't count. He's out of it. What you think? We'll talk about it later. But that's all the cool ones. Wins per share, that's Jokic. Oh, yeah, that's a good one. You should get this one now. If you don't get this one, be pretty pissed.
Shit.
Who has the most personal fouls right now in the playoffs?
Draymond?
Yes. I was just going to say God.
I was like, Draymond, I'm like, because if you didn't say that, I don't know if I would have ever got it. I mean,
Really?
I might have guessed him anyways, just because I was going to say, like, was it like Mitchell Robinson or something like that? Like, like one of those guys that just.
You're going to need him to just do something. Okay, this is a good one. And this goes back to what I said about this series, which can maybe get them to lose a game 6. Who's playing the most minutes in the playoffs right now?
The most minutes?
Yeah.
Is it per game or total?
Total.
Total. Because that also some teams have played longer. Is it? He missed the game. I was going to say Jimmy Butler.
Nope.
But he's missed the game. Most minutes. RJ Barrett.
Nope. Stephen Curry.
Stephen Curry. What? Oh, they've played long because I'm like, he doesn't because he actually doesn't.
They went 7 games.
Yeah, that
I think it can hurt them now. I think he's getting older. You got to think Wardell is 33 now. He's getting up there, man.
Yeah, no, because he generally, they give Curry and those guys their rest. Like he usually is like in the 38-minute range usually per game. But yeah, they already played 1 7-game series. That makes a lot of sense.
That's all the good ones for here.
I wonder who it was. I bet you like a guy like RJ is probably up there per game because he just plays a ton of
minutes per game.
Yeah, him and Brunson and those guys, they always play a lot.
Okay, this is a good one then. Who got the most minutes per game right now? This not Stephen Curry.
RJ Barrett.
No. Kevin Durant.
He's
playing 42 minutes now.
Okay.
Devin Booker playing 42 minutes. Donovan Mitchell played 41 minutes. Edward played 39 minutes, and Brunson playing 39 minutes. 39.8. That's a big difference too. But excuse me, guys. Who got the best field goal percentage? You're not gonna get it, but
it's got to be somebody like underneath, right? It's got to be somebody like just dunking the ball. Is it like Looney or something like that?
Robert Williams.
How many shots has he taken? That's like
That's what
6. He's like 6 for 6 or something like that. Like
Mitchell Robinson is up there. Yeah. He's third.
Yeah, another guy he only dunks the ball, so it's like it's not surprising. I mean, Robert Williams. I mean, speaking of that series, he's been kind of been a disappointment in the playoffs.
It's hard to play him because you can't spread them out like I spoke on the last part. Joel Embiid can put 1 foot in the paint, 1 foot out, and just protect the rim because he can't shoot it. But then again, with Horford going 0 for 7 from 3,
and he's just not, and he's just not, he's just not bringing it. Like, it just seems like he's not bringing it like he normally does on the defensive end too. I mean, I know he's covering Embiid, who's about as hard as a guy to cover at that position, but he just doesn't seem like the Robert Williams that they'd had the last couple of years when healthy.
All right, let's get back to it. But next time we record is next week, in another week.
Yeah, everything will be done. I think we'll know who the Western Conference Finals are.
What is your Eastern Conference Final? What is your Western Conference Final?
Well, I've been saying Philly in 6 for a while, so it's going to be Philly, Miami.
I mean, I love an honest opinion. I really do.
I think I picked Miami at the start of this too. But I also picked Cleveland in the first round. And
Cleveland was so disappointing. Oh my god! But if that's what I have. I think Boston gets it done. I think Miami gets it home. Philly gets it done. And I think it's gonna be hard to get out of South Beach. And I think y'all put a lot of effort playing 48 minutes on Grimes and Brunson, but you never know.
Yeah, I mean, even if we win in South Beach, I'm still not super confident we'll win the game in the Garden because it's Miami and it's Jimmy Butler and it's Spoelstra and all those guys. In the West, I guess the way the series are, I'm gonna have to change it up from my original one. I guess I have to say Lakers Nuggets, which then I was having this discussion with somebody the other day. This may really be the first time. I mean, I know the Lakers are the Lakers and they have LeBron, but obviously they're not. This may be the first time that Jokic really gets feels that pressure because if it's Lakers, if it's Golden State in Denver, like they're the defending champs, people are going to be like, they're still going to be the favorites probably, but they're not. They won't get on. But if it's Lakers, them and Jokic, though, he's going to start to feel the pressure about getting to the finals at least because if he can't beat the 7 seed, even though it's not your normal 7 seed, I think he's going to start to get a little. I mean, they already started this a little bit this year, like with the MVPs. If he doesn't make a run, but especially if they're playing anybody else, I don't think it would be a big deal. But playing the Lakers, I think he's gonna start hearing the grumblings that he's got to get it done. Which, I mean, if he does what he's doing now and they don't win, you can't really get on him. But
he's amazing. Like I said, he's a pretty incredible guy to play against and to watch play. It'd
be fun to see him and AD go at it.
Yeah, I got Lakers there. We're going to the Western Conference Final, and I got we'll talk about that in my picnic, but about that later. But I mean, if we get our picks right quick, since we got a little extra time, if we get a Miami, Philly, Jimmy Butler versus the old team, that whole thing,
go Miami.
So you'd rather have Miami win it?
I'm only rooting Philly because they're playing Boston.
Then you got Bam and Embiid.
I mean, I would pick Philly, I think, but I want Miami to win.
Yeah, I think. Then you got the dog and Tucker guarding that dog and Butler. Ooh. Oh my God! Can you imagine
It'd
them
be
boys
interesting.
going at it?
Yeah,
every
Bam
day?
versus, like you said, Bam versus
The Tucker
Embiid.
Butler part.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Ooh. And then the possibility of Hero coming back. It's been, about 3-4 weeks now?
Yeah, I think I thought they said NBA Finals, maybe, but maybe. I mean, you never know. Things heal.
Technology these
I mean,
days.
I don't think anybody thought. I don't think when they talked about him being back, I don't think anybody thought they would still be playing now either.
Right.
So who knows? I am interested. I might check on that to see what the current status is of them. What, he's gonna be playing tomorrow or something? I'm like, damn it.
Oh, if there is a Game 7, excuse me, it would be a Knicks-Miami game. So we'll be talking about that. But we just going off what we think right now. But and then in that Denver-LA series, if it goes down in that way, yeah, like you said, Anthony Davis versus Jokic.
If that's going on Monday night, I don't know how good I'm gonna how where my mind's gonna be for that. I've been so mad. I've been so mad watching these games. I've been so mad watching these 6 games. I forgot.
You got the champs on your head. I just looked at them. You good.
I know, but
I
forgot, man. I forgot though. Like it's because the Knicks have been so bad for so long. I forgot how I used to talk about. I was going to switch teams, and then now the Knicks. I forgot that I can never do that, and how I felt like Allison asked me if I was watching the Cowboys. Like it was just because I was getting so angry and stuff like that. Like
I mean, y'all did some things to shoot yourself in the foot. But at the end of the day, I think Miami just know how to play y'all, but we ain't gonna go back through that. But like I said, man, I'm excited for this weekend, Mother's Day weekend. Sit back. I hope everybody get them a little grill food or go to one of your mother's or your wife's favorite restaurants and y'all have a good time. And
happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there that are listening to the LK Sports Pod.
I know, right? My mama, shout out Mom Duke, man. I get to see her this weekend. We're going to have a good time. Yeah, man. Going into next week, we're going to talk a little more, like I said, about the playoffs and where we're standing at that time, and we're going to give an update on some baseball. And
NFL schedule comes out tonight.
Yep, NFL schedule. So we'll have a few things to talk about on Monday. Might have a special guest or two. We're going to stretch it out and have a little more fun. Other than that, man.
Pedro ever coming back around? When's Pedro coming back into town?
That man in Texas living it up, man. Shout out to Pedro, man. He living his dream, man. He loves poker.
He loves how much I talk about Boston. He loves it. You love it. I know you do.
Yeah, he does. But don't let him shine. I ain't gonna let him shine. We just split with Boston, the Braves at home, so I gotta let him breathe because we would have won both of those.
Yanks looking good against the A's. They better look good against the A's.
I don't even want to say anything, but
we're smashing up those A's.
Yeah, so I mean the Braves look good. Everybody, man, I just like the way of sports is going right now. I actually tuned into a little bit of NHL game the other day, and it was kind of exciting. But it's kind of, if you're not a casual fan and they're hitting it back and forth, I just like when they shoot for goal. It's cool. they stick all the way back in. I mean, how fast does that shit go?
I think the top guys hit it like in the 90s, which is like
miles per hour,
which is pretty crazy. I don't know if you've ever felt a hockey puck before. No, it's not like
I know it's not seat foul.
It's like it's solid rubber. Like it's
rubber.
Yeah, it's like solid, but it's solid. I mean, it's like it's like it's harder than a baseball, I would say, but
really,
and it's like round. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like that's why you see these guys sometimes and you get these defenders and stuff that like block the shots when the other guys shoot it, and you see them like they'll freaking dive to block a shot, and then they're like and they like fall to the ground. They're like
I couldn't. Yeah,
hockey players are a different breed of human beings. They're a different breed. The way these guys like that guy in the first round that got the 75 got cut in the face with the skate, went to the locker room, got 75 stitches, and came back and played. Like they're crazy. Hockey players are crazy, and they're like good dudes too. They're like really all like they're regarded as like the most friendly professional athletes. Like they're very approachable and things like that. Like it's like
you lose a couple teeth and black eyes, you become nice.
And it's so funny because they're so like they want to kill each other on the ice, and then they get off and they're like they still do the thing too, which is cool. You might not know this, which for sportsmanship. So in hockey, in the playoffs, when the series is over, whether it ends in 4 games or 7 games after the Stanley Cup, they line up. and they shake hand, and they do like their hand like you do like in like Little League, like you do in Little League. Yeah, they do that like an official. They do like an official, not just like in the NBA where they all kind of come out. Like they do like an official line like you do like when you're in high school or Little League and stuff like that, which is just the respect thing and stuff of the sport. So.
Yeah, that's
interesting.
Cool.
It's a cool sport, and then so maybe we'll get them here. Maybe we'll get it back here.
I just finished speaking on Atlanta, working on something to get a hockey team back here in 2025 or something like that, and I'll be very excited to go to one because, excuse me, shout out to Jack's Hard Cider. I'll be interested to go one. I had a couple of people tell me it's an awesome time. See him smash against the cage in the glass.
It's so fun to watch live.
We don't woke my dog up again, man. So I'm going to get on out of here, let him get some rest, and me, you're back. You going to say dad?
Say.
Not yet.
Say, how about them Cowboys?
If you say that, I might have to disown him.
Go New York, go New York, go.
I know, right? He's tired, and Dad had to hold it down today. But I'm gonna go ahead and push that into my ending because here we always end on positivity. Here, if you got kids, man, love your kids, man. This is one of the best feelings in the world to me. Being a father, you're their hero. If you don't know it or not, I know my father was for me. He didn't have to do everything perfect, but he was my father. You know what I'm saying? So he's not yours. He's mine. I enjoy being a parent or uncle as well. I love kids. They're so innocent, and it's up to us to guide them to the next.
Mold them.
They're the future. Yeah, we got to mold them. We got to love them, and it takes a community. Before Eric, Greg was playing with them. They was playing, laughing. I mean, it's part of it, man. I seen something the other day. Kids are not born evil, man, or hateful. People teach them that, and I don't and me being a parent, I hate seeing when kids are bad or just cursing or just carrying on. And some things is out of our control when it comes to kids and things of that nature. Maybe it's the neighborhood or your environment, but just love on your kids. Fathers, especially black father, man. Love your kids, no matter about the baby mama and all that other shit. The kids don't know nothing about that. Love your kids, and that's just my message there. I'm going to keep it short and swimming because I can go all day. This is a subject for my other podcast I got coming up called Chill, Sip, and Talk, which we sit back and talk about these kind of things and have a good time, and we get everybody different opinion and views on how they raise kids or how they would raise their kids in these situations in life. So look out for that as well. But Gmoney, what's happening? I love you too, bro. I appreciate you being here with me, man.
Thanks for having me always. Let's keep this rocking and rolling.
Right, and we'll be back at you Tuesday morning, man. We'll be recording on Monday evening, and we'll be back with y'all. And I'm thankful.
See you next
grateful.
Time. Subscribe.
Oh yeah, I keep like man. That's gonna be your job. You're gonna be subscribe, man. You gotta do it the whole entire podcast. Subscribe. Well, I'm thankful and grateful for you tuning into the LK Sport Podcast.